Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kate Swan. If you're new here, I like to talk about luxury, handbags, shoes, accessories, all types of things like that. So if you're into that kind of thing, feel free to subscribe and come join our luxury family. Today's video is a bit sad. I have been collecting handbags for a long time now, and I've been selling and buying them. I have had a lot of handbags, basically is what I'm trying to say. Usually what will happen is I will sell a bag to get a bag, or sell a bag to get two bags, or sell two bags to get one bag. And I've been doing that for years. So I've experienced a lot of different bags, even though I have a pretty small collection. Now, with that comes some things that I'm really happy about and some things that I'm really glad that I have in my collection now. But it also comes with some things that are a bit sad and things that I regret selling and things that... These bags, there's 5 specific bags that just haunt me. Like, it haunts me to think about them. I feel like sometimes you want to be like, oh, but it was for the best, blah, blah, blah. Like, yes, all these that I sold were for the best. Like, at the time, it was a good choice. And even maybe now, it's still a good choice. But I still think about them. They're still on my mind. And even though I've moved on, I just can't let go. But first, let me show you the bag that I am carrying today. My bag of the day is the Kelly 32 in black with palladium hardware. This is new to me. I purchased it from The Real. My most recent video was me unboxing this, if you want to go back and check it out. But I've been loving it so far. I'm so happy to have it. It's very, very me. I know a couple of the comments said it in the last video, but like, yeah, this bag is very me. Like, I wear black constantly. I wear just about the same thing every day, like the same type of outfit every day, all black. And this just fits me perfectly with the palladium hardware. I love it so much, and I'm so glad that I have it. Also, you can see yellow inside, which looks weird, but it's just my microfiber cloth that I take everywhere to clean my phone screen and to clean my phone camera and all that good stuff. She's floppy and beautiful, and I love that about Swift leather, and this bag has been so good to me so far. We'll put her back there and she can watch the video. All right, so let's get started. The first bag is the bag that has haunted me for the longest. I think that these are in order, actually, of when I sold them. No, they're not, but that's okay. This is the first one that I sold. This is one of the first bags that I ever sold. It might be the first bag that I ever sold. And it is the Celine Nano. I had it in black, and that bag was gorgeous. And it was so soft. Like, the leather on the Celine Nano is just super soft and buttery, and I loved that bag so much. I bought it pre-loved. I'm trying to remember where I got it. I think I got it from Fashion File. I think that was one of my very first I think it was my second purchase from Fashion File, actually. And it was like 2016-ish. Not 100% on the year, but it was around 2016, 2015 or so. And I adored that bag. I loved it so much. I took that bag everywhere with me. Like, that was my bag. And it was so easy. Like, the crossbody was perfect. It hit me in the perfect spot. Like, I carried a perfect amount for what I needed at the time. And I loved that bag. And the reason that I sold it, which is totally worth it, by the way, is because that is the year that I moved to LA, or the year right before I moved to LA. So I moved to LA in February of 2017. And I think it was around November or December of 2016 that I sold that bag. And I remember it was because I needed money to ship my car, first of all. And I also needed money to like pay the first month of rent. I wasn't going to have a job when I got to LA. Remote work was not popping off like it is now. So I was quitting my job to move there. I needed as much money to start with as I could get. So I sold that bag. I also sold my Louis Vuitton Neverfull, which is not on my regrets list. I don't really regret that, even though I would buy another one if given a good opportunity and a reason that I don't really need one. But I sold those 2 bags, and then I also sold a lot of the sneakers that I had at the time. I sold a bunch of stuff so that I could go to LA. And that gave me enough of like a savings and enough like cushion to go and look for a job and to like pay my rent and to get my car shipped out there, which my car had all of my stuff in it. So getting it shipped out there was really important. I also need to add that I am from Michigan, and there was not really anybody at the time that was willing to drive with me all the way from Michigan to California. So I had to ship my car because I didn't want to do like the cross-country road trip by myself. And that was about $1,200, which was pretty close to like what the Celine Nano was worth at the time. So it went toward a good cause, and I'm happy about that, but I do miss that bag so much, and I have thought about repurchasing it so many times, but I have not repurchased a bag that I've sold yet that's like exactly the same as the one that I sold. So I don't know. I think that I'm getting close on one, and we'll talk about that in a second, but I just haven't repurchased one. It hasn't felt right to me. and I do miss it all the time. Next up is one that I really recently sold. I sold my Chanel wallet on chain. I love the Chanel wallet on chain. Like, let me tell you how I feel about that bag. I feel so strongly about it. I love it so, so much, but I don't go out that often anymore. I used to take it to like clubs and I used to take it to like concerts and stuff like that, but I don't go to those often enough to justify, like maybe like a couple times a year. Like, I don't go to those often enough to justify a bag that's like $2,500, $3,000-ish on the resale market. I don't need to have it in my collection really. So I sold it to get other bags when I did like a clear out of my bag collection like last month. So I do have a couple more bags coming in, and that helped to pay for part of a bag that's coming. So you guys will see that soon. I really, really love the size of it. The Chanel wallet on chain is like one of the most like perfect going out bags ever. So I have ordered something to replace it. It's not like a high like luxury brand or anything like that, but I did order something that's just like a small wallet on chain. I'll be doing an unboxing of it probably like within the next week or so. But yeah, specifically the wallet on chain, I didn't need to keep that one. Just because like it's worth quite a bit of money and I'd rather sell it and get something that I use more often than to have it sit in my closet and then take it out like twice a year. So I feel like it deserves better than that. If you're like thinking about buying it and you go out a lot and you could use something like that, I highly, highly recommend it. I'm gonna save the hardest one for last. So we'll skip over the one that I have like next on my list because that's gonna be hardest for me to talk about. I don't think that I mentioned that I sold this bag yet. I did. I said in my last video I sold most of my collection, and I did. And I bought 4 new bags, and I've shown 2 of them so far. So the other 2 are still coming, and I will do videos on those, of course. I bought the Chanel small flap in like 2019. Yeah, in 2019 I bought it, and I love it, but I also like I don't wear it that often. There's like not really a time where I want to reach for that instead of my here. Let me get it. Oh my god. Okay, I have my bags on a shelf above me. That was not... Okay, anyway. So there's not usually a time where I was reaching for that instead of my Louis Vuitton Capucines bag, which I really love. So I sold it because I just wasn't getting enough use out of it, and that bag goes for quite a bit resale. And I'm really glad that I sold it. But I really miss it. I love like looking at the quilts of Chanel bags. That was my last Chanel classic flap. So like losing that was like, oh no, I just don't have a Chanel collection anymore. I have one little Chanel bag, my extra mini, but that's it for Chanel really. Like that's it. And that was like a sad moment for me. But you know what? I can dry my tears with my Birkin 25. Number 4, we're going with the Birkin 35 black with palladium hardware. Next up, we're going to talk about the Birkin 35 black with palladium hardware in Clemence leather. It was a perfect bag. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Love that bag. It's heavy and I don't mind it. I used to carry that bag as my like main bag that I would take places, and I sold it last year, like a year ago, I think. And I sold it to get my Epsom Birkin 30 in graphite. And I don't think that that was a bad decision at all. But I do miss it, and I would buy another Birkin 35 like in a heartbeat. But I kind of want to get a Birkin 40 because I don't really, like I've already experienced the Birkin 35. So I kind of want to try the 40, and I feel like that'd be like a great like travel bag, also like a great like work type of bag when I want to take my stuff somewhere, like take my laptops or something like that. But like I don't really go anywhere else to work. Like I usually sit in here and work, like I'm here all the time. So I don't really know if it's worth it for me right now, but it's on the back of my mind. Anyway, the Birkin 35, miss it, think about it all the time. And when I see pictures of myself with it, I get a little bit sad. I'm not gonna lie, I get a little sad. This one's the hardest for me to talk about. The Chanel Jumbo. I went through a whole Chanel Jumbo like years. I went through years of like the Chanel Jumbo being my main bag, and that bag was everything. The black one in caviar leather with I almost said palladium hardware. It was silver hardware. It's the same thing. I love that bag so much. I've never really gotten over that one. I sold it a while ago too. I think it's only been like a year and a half. I don't think it's been all that long. I think about it all the time. And this is probably the bag that I will repurchase. I will probably get the same exact one, and I've been looking at them pre-loved, and I don't think I'm gonna like go ahead and do it like right now because I really don't need it. I don't need anything right now, but maybe within the next year or so, I might add that back to my collection. It's a beautiful bag. It's the perfect size. I will recommend the Chanel Jumbo to anyone who doesn't mind having a bit of a heavier, like larger type of bag. I love big bags, and that bag was perfect for me. The reason that I haven't repurchased it, or like that I haven't repurchased any Chanel Classic Flap, I can't think of the situation where I'm getting ready to leave the house. I have like my outfit picked out, everything is ready to go. It doesn't really matter where I'm going. I can't think of a situation where I would pick up a Chanel Jumbo, medium, or small over one of the bags that I already have right now. So like instead of the Chanel Jumbo, I would pick up my Kelly 32. Instead of the small, I would pick up my Capucine's bag. Instead of the medium, I didn't like the medium Chanel anyway, so I wouldn't have grabbed it. Anyway, if I was gonna rebuy one of these, it would be the Chanel Jumbo in a heartbeat. Same thing, black caviar, silver hardware. I feel like throughout years of selling bags and buying bags, like I've had a lot of different bags in my collection. So 5 regrets is, I feel like, not that bad. Like you gotta take some risks to be able to experience like all the different things that you want to experience, right? So I've gotten to play with so many more bags because I'm willing to sell them and let go with things that I like. And now I find even more things that I really like. Like I wouldn't have my Kelly 32 if it wasn't for me selling a different bag. And so I think that really just being able to experience bags is what I like personally. I know some people never sell their bags and they're like content with what they have. Even if they don't use something anymore, they don't sell it because they want to keep it in their collection and that makes them feel good. So whatever makes you happy, like I would rather use the money to put towards something else. Like that's just how I am. Like I want to try something new. Like I'm not as like sentimental about bags as I am about some things. So being able to let go of them feels good to me so that I can move on to the next thing. But yeah, those are the ones that got away, or the ones that I sold and shipped to like Fashion File or Rebag or somewhere else. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and thought that it was fun. Let me know if you liked it and give this video a thumbs up if you did. Also, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'll put my Instagram on the screen. It's Kate Swan. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to join our luxury family. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys!